You're watching Fugitive Red-Eye, and welcome to another Red-Eye Responds, finally hitting up part 2 of responding to my old controversial opinions. Now, the video in question here is responding to things that everybody likes, but I hate. We'll see how my opinions compare nowadays, and let's just go ahead and jump right into it.
There are things that people really love that I don't see any real reason for it. First thing I'm going to talk about is what many people consider to be the greatest movie of all time, and that's Citizen Kane. Now, Citizen Kane, I don't absolutely hate, but it's not the worst movie, but the thing is it bored the shit out of me.
I need to give Citizen Kane another watch. As I'll say in a minute, I wasn't exactly in the ideal situation to watch it, but I definitely need to give it another chance.
I had to watch it for a film studies class, and it probably doesn't help that I watched it when I was very tired.
It also doesn't help that I was a teenager and had very different sensibilities than I do now. My opinions do change on films pretty radically sometimes when I rewatch them, so there's a good chance I'll like this one now, but it's been years since I've seen it.
To be fair, the concept for it was really good.
And I do agree that the concept is really good. I like the idea of a movie being strictly about the downfall of a protagonist, seeing him go from a, normal guy to a guy that has everything to a guy that is unhappy, and you see his downfall morally and emotionally. And that is an interesting concept for a film, and Citizen Kane is one of the early examples of the downfall of a protagonist, and it did it really well, at least on an objective level. I just need to watch it again to see what my current opinion is. Like I said, it has been years.
But a lot of people say, oh, it's the best movie of all time.
I certainly don't think it's actually the best movie of all time. I think that when people say that, a lot of the times it is bandwagoning. I do think it is objectively well made, but I do think that a lot of the times people are hopping on a bandwagon to call it the best film of all time.
Now, I get that it was good for the 1930s, and I love Orson Welles, so I don't have anything against him. I love old movies. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's an old movie. I just don't particularly like the movie.
I actually think it's retarded when people don't like a movie because it's older. I think that's a really dumb take for people to have. I love old movies.
I don't hate it by any stretch, so I guess this is kind of not, keeping true with the title to an extent, but hey.
It's funny, because at the time I made this original video, I was already starting to have second thoughts about my negative opinion towards it, because there actually was a time where I straight up said I hated it. But I certainly don't hate it now. I need to rewatch it. And again, I was starting to think more and more about it at the time I made this original video all these years ago.
Citizen Kane, if you don't know, somehow, it's this movie about this guy named Charles Foster Kane. And in the first scene, he dies, and his last word is Rosebud. Now, one key thing that I think is very important is no one was in the room to hear him say Rosebud, and it wasn't recorded anywhere as far as we know. So the main plot of the movie makes no sense. People want to find out why was his last word Rosebud. However, no one was in the room with him, so how the hell do they know his last word was Rosebud? By the way, this will contain spoilers for the movies. Basically, the whole movie, I like the concept. In fact, it has a very good concept. It's basically showing this guy how he became a bad person. It shows him his decline and how he became scum.
Again, I haven't seen it in years, but I don't know if I'd define Charles Foster Kane as scum. He's definitely, becomes a lot morally worse. Again, it's been a long time since I've seen it. The point of the movie is his downfall, but he still is portrayed in a sympathetic light to a degree. He makes a lot of bad choices. And again, I don't remember all the choices because it's been so fucking long. I think I might be being a bit harsh with scum, but maybe not. It's been a fucking while. Yeah.
And basically, at the end of the movie, you find out Rosebud was the name of his sled he had as a child. As a kid, his parents gave him to these rich people. Basically, it symbolizes that his only true happiness was as a child. Now, I actually have grown to like the movie more than I originally did, just because, the more I think about it, the more I like the concept.
As I said, it's a movie I need to give another shot.
The thing is with Citizen Kane, the whole concept of, the moral of the story is childhood was the only time he was happy, and now he's miserable, and the fact that it shows him, shows his decline. That hadn't really been done to that extent before, so I can see why a lot of people liked it. But at the same time, the plot moved along so slowly, and not a lot happened.
Again, that is my recollection of it. Maybe it's a lot more eventful than I thought. As I said, it's been years since I've seen it. I actually bought a DVD of it, but still have yet to watch it. So again, this is one that my current opinion is just as muddled as my past self's opinion. But the thing is, for a plot to actually be good, it doesn't have to be super, super eventful. It can just be based on good dialogue and character development. And I do think that Charles Foster Kane is a very human character, which I like. I just need to rewatch it so I can actually form a more cohesive opinion, I suppose. Yeah.
Now, another movie that people consider the greatest this one I actually really hate. And a lot of people say this is the greatest movie ever, too. Gone with the Wind. Holy fuck. How does anyone like Gone with the Wind? I'm sorry if you like Gone with the Wind, but I don't see it.
I don't particularly like Gone with the Wind. Scarlett O'Hara is one of the most unlikable protagonists of all time. I like Rhett Butler, though. Clark Gable is great.
The movie is 3 hours long. It tries to make you sympathetic towards the South in the Civil War, which, to be fair, the North did treat them like shit after the war. But still...
No, I disavow that statement. I think sympathizing with the South is absolutely fine, especially with how much of a piece of shit Lincoln was to the South, and the way that General Sherman went and did all these horrible things to people during Reconstruction after the war. My opinions on the Civil War have developed quite a bit since this video. Obviously, there are no good guys in war, but the story we get fed of just pure black and white good and evil is complete and total propaganda. Lincoln was a piece of shit. And there were far more elements than just slavery going into the war. Like, people who say the Civil War was just about slavery, that's just fucking not true. If you want to see a good video on why Lincoln was a piece of shit, Razorfist did a really good one called Abraham Lincoln, American Dictator. He probably explains it a lot better than I could. The North treated the South like absolute shit, both before and after the war, which is part of why the war even happened in the first place. All sorts of terrible tariffs. Again, not to mention General Sherman. Fucking piece of shit. I am perfectly fine with a movie having you sympathize with the South.
The main character is just this whiny bitch that only uses people for her own personal gain. Like, I don't think she cares about anyone other than herself. She just uses people. The only thing I like about the movie is Clark Gable, because I like him as an actor.
Yeah, like I said, Clark Gable, best part of that movie. I absolutely love Clark Gable as an actor.
His character was the only character that had any charisma or was likable in any sense of the word. The best part is the ending scene, which, again, spoilers. At the final scene of the movie, she's married Clark Gable's character, right, and they've had a daughter. Well, they bought her a pony, and she fell and broke her neck and died. Rhett Butler, that's the character played by Clark Gable, he's leaving. And she runs up to him, she's like, "Oh, Rhett, what will I do?" And he's like, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn." By far the only good scene in the entire movie, because she finally gets what she deserves.
That line is seriously the best part of the entire movie, letting this entitled bitch know, hey, I'm not gonna support you, go fuck yourself. Best line of the movie. Iconic. I do like that scene. So yeah, my views have changed a decent amount. Like, I still don't like that movie. Scarlett O'Hara is still a super unlikable protagonist. I don't know what the hell I was being a bitch about, though, about sympathizing with the South, because the South had plenty of legitimate grievances, and, like I said, we just get fed propaganda because history's written by the winners. People had this fucking rosy-tinted view of the Civil War where the North could do no wrong and the South was these horrible villains, when, at the end of the day, it was all a fucking war over a state's right to secede. Slavery was a factor, but it wasn't the sole factor. Lincoln even said if he could preserve the Union without freeing a single slave, he would. He also said if he could free the Union by freeing all the slaves, he would. Slavery to Lincoln was a non-issue. It wasn't the main issue. The Emancipation Proclamation was signed 2 fucking years into the war, and only freed the slaves in the South, which Lincoln didn't fucking control. And the North was still allowed to have slaves in Virginia for like 18 years after the war. So yeah, and you know, another new opinion I have is maybe Gone with the Wind is actually kind of base, showing you how horrible women are. Maybe that's actually the secret message of the movie and it's actually super based. Maybe that's true.
Moving swiftly on, I'm going to talk about another thing that I don't hate. In fact, I actually enjoy it a lot, so it's contradictory to the title. But I think it's overrated, so that's why it's on this video. And that's Attack on Titan.
Funny, though, because Attack on Titan, I actually am more critical. Now, I love the first season of Attack on Titan, but everything after that I fucking hated. Like, Season 2 was just kind of weird and I didn't care for, and then after that it becomes this whole, like, drama where... What I wanted is probably part of the problem, right? Like, maybe it's not even an objective flaw with the show. Maybe it's just an improperly set expectation based on the first season of the show. But my largest problem with Attack on Titan is they took what was fundamentally a cool concept for a horror series with these giant freaky monsters, and then making it so that these monsters are actually this oppressed group, and actually they're at war with humanity and shit, and some of them are actually the good guys and you're supposed to sympathize with them. I don't like the way Attack on Titan progresses. Like, I wanted it to be a cool horror with the monsters, The first season did that really well, and I do like some of the characters, but genuinely, I think I'm a lot more harsh on Attack on Titan now than I was back when I made this video.
No, I don't hate Attack on Titan. I enjoy it. It's a pretty decent anime. But the fan base has kind of killed it for me. It's just so overly hyped, and everyone acts like it's the best fucking anime ever, which it's really not. It's a decent show, and I plan to watch it if they make a second season, which I'm sure they will. It's popular enough that I'm sure it'll get a second season. It's a really good show, and I do recommend that you watch it. But I also recommend that you set your expectations properly, because if you give into the hype and expect it to be the best show ever, you might be disappointed. To be honest, I loved it when I watched it, and there wasn't a lot of hype when I first saw it coming out, so I had no bias against it. But at the same time, after the more and more I hear about it, the more and more sick of it I become.
Yeah, granted, like, obviously I don't like the overhype and oversaturation it has, but, like, I genuinely don't like the later seasons. I like the first season, but after that, I just don't care for it. But obviously, when I made this video, the later seasons were not a thing yet.
Moving on again, onto another show that is incredibly hyped up, and I don't like at all anymore, and that's The Walking Dead. I will say this. For the first 4 seasons, I loved the shit out of that show. But starting with Season 5, and possibly even a little bit in Season 4, the show has taken a serious downturn. Partially, I think, because that they switched the main writer. The show itself has become nothing but formulaic. Basically, they introduce a character, then they'll kill off another character, introduce another character to replace them, then kill off another character, and so on, in this endless cycle of just, hey, there's a new guy, let's kill off a guy so that he fits in with the group. Hey, let's develop his character enough until he dies, of course, because everyone fucking dies except for Daryl and Rick so far as I've been able to tell. I mean, no, there's still a lot of characters that have lived, but those are the only 2 that I think aren't going to be killed off anytime soon, unless they already have, because I stopped watching the show. So if they have, my bad. I haven't watched the show in forever. I got so turned off by it. When it started to bug me was with that Hick Duke Nukem character. Yes, I called him a Hick Duke Nukem. His name's Abraham or something, but to me he's just Ginger Hick Duke Nukem. At least the way he looks. He doesn't act like Duke Nukem in the slightest. If he did, it might have made it more interesting to have a one-dimensional piece of shit character like Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem is not a piece of shit. Duke Nukem is based as hell, so past me, boo. Liar.
That being said, I don't like him, and I didn't like Eugene, or whatever the hell his name was, the guy who claimed to have a cure. The show it killed off a lot of the great characters. There's gonna be some spoilers here, I think, because I have to rant about it a little bit. I loved Herschel as a character, probably my favorite character, and then they fucking just kill him off.
So far, I agree with my takes for the most part on this. I will say my favorite character is actually probably Shane, but Herschel is a close second, and then probably Dale was third. I haven't watched it in forever. The Telltale games are fucking great, though. I love the Telltale games. I've been told I would like Negan if I came and watched that. But yeah, it's not necessarily a problem that they killed off the characters, but the problem was that it became formulaic, and characters really didn't mean anything anymore.
Not to mention, I've kind of grown weary of zombies, because there's zombies in fucking everything now.
Zombie fatigue was a big thing at the time for me. It's not so much anymore, because zombie movies have kind of died down a bit. And I still like zombie movies, obviously. Like, I watched Return of the Living Dead not that long ago. But I was definitely fatigued of it at the time, and that probably was a contributor to me stopping watching it. But I think that the formula was much more of a factor.
When The Walking Dead first came out, I loved it, because the show, although it's set in a zombie apocalypse world, there was... You know, the zombies are just a plot point. They basically are just there to move the plot along. It's a very character-driven show, or at least it was. I don't think it is anymore, or if it... I mean, I guess it technically is, but you can't get attached to anyone because they keep dying.
I removed a part where I compared it to Shiki, and then talked about how I called it Shiki syndrome, because characters die off. Again, I don't think characters dying off is the problem. It's just the way in which it's done and the formula which the show has. I removed another little bit where I was just talking more about zombie fatigue. We've already covered that. I don't have it anymore, but I did at the time.
So another thing I really don't like, and I might get a little bit of flack for this, but I'm just telling you this now. Again, this is my opinion, and frankly, just hear me out on this. I really don't like Steven Universe.
In fact, don't just hear me out on it. Steven Universe is fucking gay-ass cringe, and I was a pussy for the way that I handled it in this. Steven Universe sucks dick, and anyone who doesn't agree is wrong and stupid and gay.
That show is so fucking dull. It's got the weirdest plot. None of the characters are likable. It just seems like SJW propaganda.
I mean, that it is. It's literally just a bunch of fucking lesbians from space, and it's not very good. People only like it because it's got those shiny colors and shit. It's got a fucking stupid art style, by the way. It's fucking bad. I don't know if I touch on that in this video, but it's fucking got an awful art style.
What I mean by that is the show is praised all the time for being progressive and encouraging, homosexuality and overweight people and shit and, whatever.
No, not whatever. I'm sick of this gay shit being pushed, and I'm sick of fat acceptance being a thing. If you look like a fucking meatball, you should be put in a stew.
Let me go over what I think on that. I'm gonna try not to be as biased as possible, but
fuck all that noise. Bias for the win.
I understand that, everyone wants to feel represented and everyone wants to be themselves and etc., etc.
Which is fucking cringe and stupid. Stop seeking validation, you fucking pussies.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with people being themselves and wanting to be, accepted for who they are.
Fuck all that. Accept yourself if you need to. Fucking improve yourself. You don't need my fucking validation. Do better. You gotta do better, Senator. But seriously, if you need someone else's validation, then you're not valid. Fuck you. Deal with it. Stop being a baby. Like, honestly, I think people should be able to be comfortable with themselves to a degree, but always seek improvement. And stop, for the love of God, seeking everyone else's validation and trying to get other people to kowtow to your wants and needs.
For instance, though, there's a lot of Steven Universe fans. This I actually haven't researched. I heard of this from a Nostalgia Critic video, I think.
Nostalgia Critic is cringe. I used to watch him back then. He had his moments, to be fair. He was never really as funny as I think people made him out to be. Although I don't necessarily hate Doug Walker as a person, although he does probably have some political views I think are fucking stupid. It's just kind of funny to hear me talk about a Nostalgia Critic video here.
No, it wasn't Nostalgia Critic. It was some other guy whose name escapes me. Saberspark. That's who it was. It was Saberspark.
Oh boy, Saberspark. Generic cartoon YouTuber. I've watched my share of his videos over the years. I have never been subscribed to him, though, because he's just like every other generic cartoon YouTuber.
But in a Saberspark video, when he's like, our fandom's bad, he was talking about Steven Universe, and he mentioned that there was this one lady who drew a DeviantArt thing of some character from Steven Universe as a thin character, and this SJW got super pissed off because it's supposed to be a big and beautiful character. Here's the thing, I'm an overweight guy myself, and I'm all for people being confident with how they are. However, I don't think being overweight should be encouraged to the extent that it is. Yes, I think that, there are people who it's out of their control.
If that's true, it's fucking rare. Like, honestly, most people are fat fucks because we eat literal fucking poison. Eat poison, and we just expect not to get fat. And when we do get fat, we expect, and I say we here to mean society. I obviously don't think this, because I take full responsibility for the fact that I have a shit diet and I'm a fat ass. I'm not going to expect acceptance for that. I'm not going to expect people to act like it's fucking healthy. We eat literal poison. It's fucking bad.
But at the same time, I think everyone should always be seeking improvement. I myself wouldn't mind dropping 10, 20, 30, 50 pounds.
Well, there you go. See, base take from past me. Always seek improvement. The two most dangerous words in the English language are good job.
Get it, no one's perfect and everyone has their flaws. Like I said, I'm a fat fuck myself, so understand why people want to feel confident, and I'm all for that.
Look, I don't want people to hate themselves, and I want people to live happy lives, but you can't just say something is healthy when it's not, and push it as a good thing when it's literally not.
And I'm all for having a diverse amount of characters.
Boo! Boo me, boo. I mean, like, look, I don't mind having different types of characters, but when diversity is the focus, fuck you.
But there's a difference when it becomes pandering and it's done as a gimmick.
Everything fucking panders now. It's not just like, there's a point where it becomes too far. No, fucking everything fucking does it now.
And much like how Ghostbusters really pushed the shit out of the whole woman gimmick.
That's really funny that I used the term woman gimmick when I wasn't, like, as openly sexist back then as I am now. That's really funny to me.
I think that Steven Universe pushes a few gimmicks. That being said, it's not the worst thing ever, but I'm just getting so sick of everyone talking about how amazing they think this show is. It doesn't have a lot going for it. The animation is nothing special, it's just like every other animation out there now.
No, it fucking ruined animation. It, was one more of those things that just had the same fucking cal art style that everything fucking has, and everything just fucking looks the same. Like, art is fucking dead, and Steven Universe was one of the nails in that coffin, so that is a bad thing.
I don't like Steven Universe, and I understand there's a lot of people that do, and whatever, if you like it, that's fine.
I mean, you're allowed to like it, but I can make fun of you for it. You can go fuck yourself if you like it. You're a fucking idiot. If you like generic bullshit like that, if you like fucking space dykes, fucking... If you like that one episode where that one chick, like, kidnaps that guy and, like, has him on this island and then she's portrayed as a good guy, no. Fuck that show, and fuck you if you like it. You're allowed to like it, but if you do, fuck you.
But another show I really don't like is My Little Pony. I don't know how bronies are a thing.
Gay furry degenerates, my friend. And by my friend, I mean my past self. Gay furry degenerates. That's how it's a thing.
I remember my friend, right when they were first starting up My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, tried to show me an episode. It was so dull. It was nothing but bad horse puns. And then you get those bronies that are like, oh, start with Season 4. No, fuck you. I'm not going to watch that shit. I don't care if it picks up around Season 4. I've seen clips here and there because I had a brother that would watch that stupid shit. I don't think he does anymore. That shit is absolutely horrible, and I don't know why bronies are a thing. I've had a few friends that are bronies, so...
In fairness, I don't really talk to any of them anymore. There was, like, one that was, like, literally told me what clopping was, but I think he just did that to fuck with me because he was a fucking freak. Legitimately, bronies are fucking scum. There we go. They're scum. Charles Foster Kane might not be scum, but bronies are fucking scum.
But at the same time, I fucking hate it, and I think it's probably one of the worst fandoms there is out there.
I'm just saying, they wanna fuck horses. Maybe they should be, like, locked up in a stable. Yeah.
I also really dislike Five Nights at Freddy's. It's a very pointless game. I'll give it credit where credit's due. It's an original concept for the most part. However, I do think it could have been done a lot better. Its quote-unquote lore is really just the creator canonizing anything that fans come up with because he's too lazy to come up with his own storyline.
Yeah, no, I stand by this completely. I fucking despise Five Nights at Freddy's, and the movie's even fucking worse than the games. There's no fucking gameplay in those games. We'll see if I touch on those later. But one prop I will give to the creator. The man, you know, he made it and he made his money. I respect the hustle. And also, the man sticks to his guns with his fucking beliefs and doesn't care what people think of that, and I respect that too.
Not to mention they just keep making games, and they're totally pulling a Friday the 13th, because, you know, they called the fourth one the final chapter or something like that, and they keep making them. Those games are not fun. Most of the time you can't even move around or do anything. The game's basically micromanagement simulator, from what I've seen. It's not scary either. It's nothing but jump scares. I understand some people enjoy it, and some people think it's scary because the suspense leading up to the jump scares, but I'm just kind of sick of all these games following this cookie-cutter algorithm where they're all basically the same kind of game. I mean, a lot of survival horror games are just so similar there's no point in playing most of them. Which is a shame, because horror is one of my favorite genres. But the fact that it's like that just kind of pisses me off, that they're all the same. Now, obviously, there's a few exceptions to the rule, and I haven't played absolutely every survival horror game in existence, but I don't know how anyone can be such a fanboy of Five Nights at Freddy's like they tend to be.
I do think Five Nights at Freddy's popularized a lot of those trends, which is part of the problem. Slender kind of did it before, too, but Five Nights at Freddy's sort of revitalized it even more. The only thing I like with Five Nights at Freddy's these days is the fucking bad memes, you know, har, 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 har.
There's just so many things that I think people overhype. Obviously, fan bases are diverse in what they enjoy. I think probably my least favorite fan base is the Five Nights at Freddy's fan base. No, actually, my least favorite fan base is bronies. But The Walking Dead I don't like. I don't know. I feel like this video I've kind of rambled on a bit, but this is just my thoughts on these things. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me because these are popular things that I'm insulting, which I understand that if I get a few dislikes here and there, but at the same time, I really do think that, you know, a lot of these things get overhyped up, and this is all just my opinion. Of course, you're welcome to your own if you enjoy these things. Like,
Nah, fuck you. That whole, oh, this is just my opinion. I am so sick of, like, looking back at my own stuff with how fucking nice I tried to be with, oh, if you disagree, that's okay. Yeah, obviously, that's fucking implied. If you disagree, sure, whatever, I don't care. People are allowed to have bad takes, and people are allowed to like things I don't like, and vice versa. I'm so, like, I used to do this all the time, where I'd just be like, oh, it's just my opinion, don't worry. I won't bash your opinion, ooh-woo. Yeah, sure, I'll bash your opinion if it's a stupid fucking opinion.
There's a lot of things that I don't like that are really popular, and there's a lot of things that I do like that are really popular. For instance, I absolutely love Game of Thrones. It's a great show.
Well, that didn't age so well, did it, with how fucking awful the last few seasons of Game of Thrones were.
But, you know, when something's good, it's good. To me, for something to be good, it needs to be entertaining, and that's really the only criteria I have for it.
Not so much anymore. Like, obviously, like, my subjective take does mean more to me than the objective quality of it as to whether or not I'll revisit it, but I'm a lot more, like, interested in analyzing objective quality to a degree than I used to be back then. There are things that are objectively good or objectively bad, obviously, and I think it's stupid when people act like art can't be analyzed objectively. But at the end of the day, I obviously do have my tastes, and those are probably what make me like what I like is those tastes.
Now, obviously, there are a few exceptions, like, For instance, Howard the Duck is just such a sloppily put together movie that you can't call it a good movie per se, because the plot's all over the place. But it's so enjoyable, I can't exactly call it bad either. If I were to pick a favorite so bad it's good movie, it would have to be Howard the Duck. It's just all over the place, and it's enjoyable.
I wouldn't say Howard the Duck is currently my favorite so bad it's good movie. In fact, I would say that like movies like Fateful Findings are probably my favorite so bad it's good type movies. I do view Howard the Duck as, in a way, so bad it's good, but I also do think it is just kind of dumb fun. It is fucking crazy and stupid and all over the place, and I do enjoy it. It is still one of my favorite so bad it's good movies, but it has been knocked down a few pegs in my ranking.
Whereas something like The Room, although the plot's all over the place and it is somewhat enjoyable, The Room I could only really enjoy with a group of friends.
That's not really true anymore. I enjoy The Room. The Room is definitely one of the best so bad it's good movies, and I've enjoyed it more with each watch through because I notice more things wrong with it. But it is a movie that is best when you actually know some behind the scenes stuff, because Tommy Wiseau is much more interesting than the movie itself.
I don't know, I feel like a lot of things get overdone, especially the zombie genre. Now, to be fair, I'm a bit of a hypocrite with that. I think there's too many zombie fictions, and I'm sick of zombies. Yet I'm okay with Godzilla to continue going and shit like that, because I love giant monster movies, so I'm a bit of a hypocrite with that.
I'd say that the same also applies with slasher movies. I love slasher movies, but I guess the key difference is, like, with those, I know what I'm getting into, and it's just more, like, dumb fun. I'll put it the way the Maniac put it. Slashers are comfort food, and so are kaiju movies, I guess. Like, it's a movie where you just turn your brain off and enjoy it for the fun of it. You know, like a ride, like a roller coaster ride, like Martin Scorsese said about superhero movies. Although I actually fucking hate superhero movies, but there you go. Yeah.
And there are some zombie things I still enjoy. Like, I absolutely love Shaun of the Dead, but then again, it's a you know, a horror comedy, and I absolutely love 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later, both very good zombie movies, and if you haven't seen them, I do recommend you do.
Yeah, 28 Days Later is fucking great. 28 Weeks Later is pretty decent, but 28 Days Later is fucking great. And apparently they're making a sequel now, 28 Years Later.
Were you guys pissed off or offended by some of the shit I say? Obviously, don't take anything I've said out of context. If you enjoy these things, that's great.
Sure, you're allowed to like them, but I can make fun of you too if I choose to. Like I said, I'm not going to shit on someone just because they hate something. Like, I'll shit on them a little bit, I'll make fun of them, I'll have some fun, but I'm not going to dislike someone because they have a bad take on a movie. But I think I run too much cover back in these old videos where I'm just like, it's okay if you like it, I'm not going to bash your opinion. Like, I never use that term, but I'm so sick of this whole being worried about bashing people's opinions. Look, if I don't like something you don't like, tough shit. Like, we don't like the same things. Not the end of the fucking world.
And if anything I said about Steven Universe somehow offends you, you need to understand I'm not trying to be political in any way, I just don't like the show.
And, see, back then I also tried not to be political, which is fucking pussy shit. No, fuck you if you like Steven Universe. Fuck you. Go to hell. You go to hell and you die.
I really do feel like a lot of things get overrated and underrated. For instance, I just barely got done watching the Pip episode of South Park, which for whatever reason, everyone hates that episode. I know it has nothing to do with the main show, but I do love it. And again, I don't think there's any such thing as a bad South Park episode.
Obviously, I don't think that's true anymore either. I don't really watch South Park anymore, and there are quite a few bad episodes. Season 20, Season 24, the specials. South Park has just gone all the way downhill. It has no fucking teeth anymore because they're too afraid to say anything that's not fucking safe and approved. Like, they're edgy within acceptable limits now. It's fucking pussy shit. And just like that, that's the end of that chapter. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. Toodles.
You take forever to say nothing.
Subscribe, the Fiji Red Eye.